A very good afternoon from the Deccan Arena. We're lined up for a fascinating encounter between Sreenidi Deccan and Aizawl FC. Today, I have Niladri Sen with me in the studio box today to bring this match forward with you.
Good afternoon, Shatadru. Good afternoon, viewers. Well, this is a spectacular picture, isn't it? Aziz Nagar, just in the outskirts of Hyderabad. And this is a terrific view. And the match is between Sreenidi Deccan, the host team, and Aizawl FC. The last time they played in this particular ground, well, they shared points. And both the teams scored 3 goals each. And then Sreenidi Deccan went to Aizawl, and once again the deadlock was not broken as both the teams scored 1 goal each. So that's how they stand as the coach of Sreenidi Deccan comes into the picture.
Yes, it's true. We start well, but
How happy are you with the team performance?
I'm very happy. Of course, I'm very happy because we scored in the last 2 matches, the first 2 matches, in both games 4 goals. We start well, it's true, but we have always some aspects to improve, and today is a new story.
Aizawl has always shown to be a gritty side. What challenges do you think they pose for you today?
Aizawl is always one difficult team. It's tough play against them, away and also at home. It's one team that always have good players. Always they are ready to fight, to run, to work, to put a commitment in the match. So we expect one tough match, but we play at home, of course, and also I guess it's not easy for them.
Thank you so much, coach, and all the very best.
Thank you.
And on to the Aizawl side of the dressing room as we see, and you heard it in the voice of Carlos Vaz Pinto that these boys have never been an easy task for a team like Sreenidi Deccan. They might be languishing in 11th position, as we hear from the coach, and then we'll get back to that.
Aizawl showed a lot of fight, and now another game away at the top of the table. How do you see this match?
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much. Sreenidi is, let's say, we can say most of the best club in I-League this season. So last match with Mohammedan FC, unfortunately we lost. Now our head coach, unfortunately, in his private problem, his individual problem, he resigned from the club. So as I'm the assistant coach, I have to handle as the head coach for today's match. So I'm very, let's say, I'm very happy to have this opportunity to coach the Aizawl FC. I'm very happy to be a part of the team also. So today match for Sreenidi Deccan against Sreenidi Deccan FC, we are going to play like my game, my plan today. So we are preparing, we are ready. In football, win, loss, draw, whatever, we will do our best. We will fight to win the match, to get 3 points.
Malsam Zuala is certainly looking forward and relishing this challenge that has been presented to him for Aizawl FC. It's not going to be an easy task because it is certainly a very, very daunting adventure ahead for Aizawl FC, known as the People's Club. But they've never backed down from a challenge, have they? Especially when they face Sreenidi Deccan.
Yes, of course, and Sreenidi Deccan did pretty well in the last season as well. And they led the points table for a better part of the league, but eventually went to the second, or slipped rather, to the second place as Round Glass Punjab went past them in the fag end of the league, so to say. And Sreenidi Deccan definitely have started well, very well indeed, as the coach was saying. They've scored 4 goals in the first match. 4-0 was the score against Neroka. And then once again, they scored another 4. 4-1 was the score against Inter Kashi. So they've started with a bang. And almost they've started from where they left in the last season.
Oh, absolutely. And like I said, that you were mentioning this to me earlier on, that Aizawl have never been an easy task for Sreenidi Deccan. They've held them to 2 draws in last year's I-League in both the encounters that they faced so far. Sreenidi just getting one single win across Aizawl FC, as we see Sreenidi Deccan's first 11 with Ubaid, Abhishek, Ambekar, Dral, Eli, Jagdeep, Maya, Faisal, Roma, Via, Rosenberg, David and Hassan in completing that first 11, completing a formation of 4-3-3, an attacking formation that the Portuguese manager Carlos Manuel Vaz Pinto has put forward to face this Aizawl squad.
Now, the moment we have all been waiting for.
An unchanged.
Let us welcome the teams of Aizawl FC and your Deccan Warriors, Sreenidi.
No change, but Aizawl FC have a lot of changes. Yes, 6 changes in all. Nora Fernandez, the goalkeeper, has come in. He is replacing Riyat Puria. And then Dan Mawaya, the left full back, is also in. He didn't play in the last match. Gustavo, the Brazilian, has come in. Place of Ivan Maric. Sheikh Sahil is in the midfield, so is Kima, and Tarpuya is back in the team as well. So a lot of changes, and there is also a change in the coaching staff, because the assistant coach is the head coach today, as we have seen.
Interesting that you mentioned that there were 6 changes in this Aizawl's team, because they had a very, very tough encounter versus Mohammedan Sporting, and they gave a very good account of themselves as well, losing a very, very close fought encounter, 2-1, getting that equalizer, but all goals coming in the first half, and then they held Mohammedan Sporting and peppered a little bit of that Mohammedan Sporting goal as well. Unfortunate not to get a point out of that, but another very big task at hand, facing 2 teams back to back, 2 big teams in the name of Mohammedan Sporting, and today here with Sreenidi Deccan. They have their task cut out, but they would look to get at least a point out of this match. As we see the match officials of today, Mrityunjay El Amatyar, experienced referee, with his assistants Liju VM and assistant referee Christopher Claudius Peter, with 4th official Anand Rana.
Well, the 2 captains are there for the toss, and on the left of your screen is David Castaneda Munoz. Well, he's the key man for this team, Sreenidi Deccan. He scored as many as 25 goals in the last 2 seasons, and last season he scored 15 goals, and he was very much in the reckoning to be the highest scorer. But once again, Luka Matsin just pit past him in the last match. And you mentioned, Shatodru, about Mohammedan Sporting. In fact, Mohammedan Sporting played spoil sport by pumping in 6 goals against Sreenidi Deccan. That was a really unexpected result at the Kishore Bharati Stadium last year, and that really, got everything wrong for Sreenidi Deccan. They just slipped, and the momentum, slipped away as well. And then after that match, they played Aizawl FC at the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium in Aizawl, and then they drew against Aizawl. So the momentum shifted to Round Glass Punjab. Eventually they became the captain, but I beg your pardon, the champion. But then Sreenidi Deccan definitely is a team to beat, and to this year also Sreenidi Deccan started with a bang. At the moment they are heading the points table.
Yes, and they've been very, very consistent ever since their inception and birth in the I-League, coming 3rd in the 2021-22 season and 2nd last season, like you mentioned, with Mohammedan Sporting. That loss that certainly put a little black spot in their campaign last season, but here they are looking to become champions once again, and that Colombian has certainly had a huge impact, and he's been right there from the beginning ever since they've been here in the I-League. And what an impact, like you said, he's had over the last 2 seasons, David Castaneda Munoz, and he's there once again. He's already scored 2 goals, just a goal behind Alex Sanchez of Gokulam Kerala and Yash Tripathi, but still very early days as we go for the kickoff with Sreenidi playing from left to right in orange, and Aizawl FC in their white uniform playing from right to left of your screen. Early switch of play towards the right wing. That was a well-planned beginning. Very rarely do you see that beginning, and you could see that Sreenidi Deccan certainly has a pattern of playing with a Portuguese coach at the helm of it. How often have you seen a Portuguese coach at the helm of an Indian club?
Yeah, of course, and he has been consistent as well. As we see Rizwan coming in once again, trying to find David Castaneda. We have seen in the very first minute of the match there was an attack. Meanwhile, Aizawl, and he finds Rumaya. Will that be a foul? No. Play on, says the referee. And the ball falls to the Sreenidi half. And we have seen in the very first minute there was an attack through the right, and that was Rosenberg Gabriel who got that delivery inside the penalty box, and he has been very effective. Particularly, he has his name recorded in the assists, a number of assists in the last season, and also he has started well in this season as the Sreenidi players are trying to develop another attack.
That was a beautifully floated ball, looking for the overlapping run of Abhishek Ambekar down the left hand side, and we'll see a lot of that. You were mentioning to me down that left flank, Abhishek Ambekar is an absolute warhorse. He's an experienced campaigner, as I think this is Roma Villa who comes forward to take this corner. Two seasons back he was certainly a young guy gunning to make a spot in the starting 11, but here he is as the corner is whipped in. Oh, what an early chance! I think it was the Brazilian centre back up there, Eli Sabia, who went up and rose the highest, but his header just not hitting the target. Probably should have done better there.
Yeah, of course, he could have targeted the goal. He was, I think, looking for David Castaneda Munoz, and he himself is a very tall man. Elisabia is 6'2", so he has an advantage, and we'll see Elisabia coming up in these dead ball situations more often in this match as well.
Another player coming into the ranks of this Sreenidi Deccan is Hassan down that left hand side, but this is a formidable attack. What a beautifully floated in cross, but no one to get on the end of it, but they'll keep the ball in. They've always been very, very skillful on the ball, these Aizawl FC players. They've always promoted young Indian talent. Today, just one foreigner in the first 11 again, right at the center of the defense, Gustavo, the Brazilian. But they've always been such a feeder to big Indian clubs, having the Aizawl FC with this throw from Danma Villa down the left hand side. They've always been very, very exciting to watch, and once again they're not going to make it easy for these big guns here at the Deccan Arena.
Aizawl FC with Suala with the throw-in. But that was Rosenberg intercepting, and attack once again from Sreenidi Deccan. And that is one has been pushed. Referee says play on though. Doesn't find anything illegitimate in that. It was a body push. And we can see a few spectators gathered here as Sreenidi coming in. Rosenberg Gabriel on the right is cuts in. Will he take a shot himself? He passes it square to the left for Ambekar. There's one once again shifting flanks. Mayakanan. He was a part of the Gokulam team which won the I-League in 2019-20, 2021 rather. Another attack from the left, that's Lalmawaya. So Sreenidi Deccan in the first few minutes definitely are having the upper hand, don't you think so?
Absolutely, but that's what we expected, and the grit of Aizawl FC is holding them so far, and I think that's going to be the story of this match as well, because Aizawl FC are going to hit, or at least going to try and hit Sreenidi Deccan on the counter attack, because this Sreenidi Deccan side certainly look a very, very beautifully shaped side with those two midfielders, and their attack very potent with the likes of course, the Colombian David Castaneda Munoz, but they've revamped it with the Nigerian Hassan and Rosenberg on the right hand side, along with Amavia on the left hand side as well. So it's not going to be an easy task for Sreenidi Deccan. But here's another attack as the cross comes in, beautifully defended by Aizawl FC, as the clearance comes in again, and another throw in for Sreenidi Deccan. We were talking about the assists chart. Sreenidi Deccan already have Aizawl and David Castaneda Munoz topping that assist list with 2 assists apiece. So it just goes to show that Castaneda Munoz is just not about goals. He creates wonders for his teammates as well. It's just about the impact he has on the Sreenidi Deccan side.
Absolutely, and we have seen Jagdeep Singh with a few overlaps as well. So Sreenidi are using both the flanks quite effectively. Zambeka once again is a shifting flank. So Sreenidi team, the players are using the pitch of play very effectively. And look how they are changing flanks. As Eli Sabia, the man from Brazil, finds La Romaya as Rilwan Hassan comes to the right. Jagdeep. So they're changing positions as well. That was Aizawl. La Romaya tried to deliver. That was well headed out though. So no problem for Aizawl FC this time around, as Jagdeep will be taking the throw, and he seems to be preparing for a long throw inside the penalty box, and here comes the throw, but nowhere near David Castaneda Munoz. As Rinzuala quickly gets into a counter-attack.
You can straight away see, as soon as they have that ball, they're immediately rushing forward, and then they rush forward in tandem. There's a lot of excitement in they just don't hold back. They defend in numbers, and they're attacking, and they're throwing those forwards up as well, Aizawl FC. And this is not going to be an easy task for this Sreenidi Deccan side to manage the pace of these Aizawl players. Another throw in for our Aizawl FC, as the referee points towards a throw in for Aizawl, and it is going to be Rezuala to take this. Now this is Munez, the captain. Down the left hand side, Danmavia. Aizawl keeping possession now. David Castaneda Munoz with the press, forcing the captain to go long, and Hassan has won it over, but he's given it over, beautifully worked by Aizawl FC. Again, a string of missed passes allows the Colombian to keep control, immediately taken over by, crowded around by 3 Aizawl players. Danmavia now, the clearance comes in from the Aizawl defense. Battling for midfield supremacy here, Aizawl FC and Sreenidi Deccan. Aizawl FC have somehow kept possession so far. It's going to be a very, very daunting task for Sheikh Sahil, a former Mohun Bagan player, as it's been chased by Roma Villa. The goalkeeper Nora Fernandez comes out and clears the ball, and it's a Sreenidi Deccan throw-in.
Yes, wanted to remember Sheikh Sahil playing a very important role in Mohun Bagan's victory of I-League the last time they played in the I-League. And the last couple of matches had to be cancelled because of the pandemic, but Mohun Bagan already won that I-League, and Sheikh Sahil was one of the most promising players, along with the likes of Shubha Ghosh, who scored a number of goals playing as a substitute. As Jagdeep gets a ball from Eli Sabia, he finds Aizawl. He has been an important member in the Sreenidi team last year as well. Jagdeep, the man from Punjab.
That's a poor effort. Gives the ball away, and the, what was that effort? How would you rate that effort from the Aizawl? He had a lot of space ahead of him, but he couldn't take it.
Of course, that was more ambitious than anything else. You can't get a goal from there. just trying to test the keeper on that occasion. Opportunity going or begging there. Aizawl need to convert any type of opportunity. Need to convert even half chances. To think of winning this match as Mayakanan with a long back pass. Pawan, the man who played for Salgaoka, Delhi United, Churchill Brothers, Real Kashmir and also Gokulam. A long pass aimed towards David Castaneda, and he tries to find Rilwan Hassan. He's the man who scored the only goal against Aizawl FC the last time they met, but that goal was nullified by the Belarusian Ivan Veras in the 84th minute. So both the goals coming after 80 minutes. That was a keenly contested match in Aizawl. Rumaya. And that was Amawaya. He has been fouled, so that will be a free kick. A free kick in a position of advantage. Amawaya, the man who's wearing the Aizawl jersey from 2021. He gets a free kick for his team, and it will be Amawaya himself to take the free kick.
12 minutes on the clock, and this is the first opportunity for Aizawl to really test Ubaid here. And they've got, these will be the opportunity. The set pieces are what Aizawl FC will also try and pounce on against this Sreenidi Deccan side, as Amawia stages himself to take this. It is going to be Amawia. It's not a bad effort. Grasped confidently by the goalkeeper Ubaid of Sreenidi Deccan, and that was not a poor effort at all, as the Brazilian comes forward and hooks it forward, looking for the likes of Roma Villa, but couldn't quite find him. And now again back in that midfield region, Hassan with a neat turn looks for that free kick and gets it from the referee. The experience of Mrityunjay Amatya will see every little thing on the pitch.
Yes, the free kick was pretty well, because it was curling, and Ubaid with all his experience, doing everything right, going behind the ball and creeping that ball. Meanwhile, the other goalkeeper will now be tested. It's Faisal. Puts it in. That could have been dangerous. That was a teasing ball inside the penalty box. It's back to Faisal. The ball once again coming into the penalty box. That's well defended, but at the cost of a corner, is it? Yes, the second corner coming Sreenidi Deccan's way, and that will once again be Lal Rumaya who will be taking the corner.
And you can see why Faisal is already on the top of the assist charts, because those two crosses that came in from the Afghani were absolutely top notch on that occasion. There, he's almost begging his players to get his head or body into, and all it needs is a touch. And Aizawl FC will be in trouble as this corner is whipped in again. Another beautifully whipped in corner. This is Faisal. The Afghani tries a volley, but it's deflected by the Aizawl player Kima on that occasion for another corner. So the pressure building from Sreenidi Deccan here.
Yes, of course, and Faisal seems to have heard you, and he has gone to take the corner himself this time to find his name in the assist list, as David Castaneda Munoz is trying hard to get free from the defenders. And there is Gustavo and the others trying their best to defend, as Faisal Shaista will be taking the corner. It comes in. That was an in-swinger, but finally it's a goal kick. So a couple of opportunities for Sreenidi Deccan. But the Sreenidi players unable to change the scoreline. It's still 0-0. Sreenidi 0. Aizawl FC 0. Remember the last 2 times they met each other, the deadlock wasn't broken.
I think there's too much firepower for this to be a stalemate, because with the likes of David Castellan, Munoz, Hassan, Roma Villa, just expect that this Sreenidi Deccan are a very well-oiled machine, even more so than last year, and it's going to be a tough ask to keep a clean sheet here for Aizawl FC, and the same goes for Sreenidi Deccan as well, because Aizawl FC are a very exciting bunch, as it's already on display. Look at that skill on display over there from Amavia down the right hand side. Now this is Mafela coming to that left wing side, teasing the defenders. Beautifully played in, but not enough players in the box to meet that cross from Mafela. But every time Aizawl FC are on that counter attack, they seem a little bit more threatening each time. But look at this daunting run from David Castellan Munoz. Look at that. That was absolutely fantastic, but stopped in his tracks in the end.
Yeah, one touch too many. Perhaps could have gone for some support. He went for that solo run. Had he gone past the 2 defenders, it could have been a spectacular goal had he kept the ball in the net. Meanwhile, Rosenberg with an attempt from distance, but he can't get the target. Rosenberg, Gabriel, the young man from Maharashtra, 24 years of age. He has been very active through the wings, particularly through the right. He also can operate at the left wing as well. He's swapping position with Rilwan Hassan, the Nigerian. Long clearance from Rizwala. No white shirt though, and no problem for Eli Sabia. The man who's not entirely new in India, played for Chennai FC in 2018. He was with the Chennai team from 2018 to 2021. Then he shifted to Jamshedpur. And now he is with the Hyderabad team. Deccan Arena is where they're playing. Just on the outskirts of Hyderabad. And it's a sporting complex, as you can see. Shatodru, another grounder. That's a practice ground just behind the stand. And there's also a cricket ground just in the vicinity. There's also a tennis academy. So a lot of sports center in that region, as Rilwan tries to find Castaneda Munoz, but well defended in the end by the Aizawl defenders.
Sheikh Sahil there doing up no-nonsense defending there from the former Mohun Bagan player, and that's what he's going to look to do. He's an experienced campaigner at this level, and he is going to have an incredible effort on the line. And what a beautiful little turn that is from the Aizawl player Rinzuala. He's brought down in the end, but that is what is going to be the most important juncture in this game in terms of counter-attack. Rinzuala with that turn there, but the mop-up job once again from Sheikh Sahil, winning the ball, dictating play from the back, playing it into Rinzuala, and Rinzuala putting the defense of Sreenidi Deccan to the test as they win another free kick, which is going to be whipped in once again into the box, and they're going to look to trouble the goalkeeper Ubaid this time around. It looks like it's going to be Amavia, is it? On his left foot, beautifully floated in, but no one once again really attacking that ball into the box. Aizawl FC, they've put in a few good crosses into the box, but they've got to have more men in the box if they want to score.
Of course, and that was a teasing ball, but no white shirt following the ball. And that made it easy for the experienced campaigner Ubaid CK, the man from Kannur, Kerala. He has been with the Gokulam team previously. As the ball now comes on the other side of the pitch. Just a bit of pressure applied, forced error there, and the ball goes out of play. Jagdeep taking the throw in quickly. Back to Mayakanand, another man who was with the Gokulam, but this time he comes up with a miss pass. Then Zuala. Shahil. Mafela. And Mawaya chasing, putting pressure on Eli Sabia, but the pressure was not enough to force an error from this Brazilian. Very tall man, 6'2". Pawan Kumar, the other central defender, is also tall, 6'1". And we have already seen Eli Sabia going up to help the players on the forward line with headers from the corners. Mafela. Is he brought down? No, says the referee. Ramoya. That was Rosenberg. And almost finding David Castaneda Munoz, who has already scored a couple of goals in this season. He's yet to find the back of the net today. So the score still remains 0-0. Another ball comes in, once again cleared out.
Gustavo there doing a very good cleansing job once again, stepping in at the right time before David Castaneda Munoz could get on the end of that cross. And that is going to be a crucial battle as to who's going to go on and win this encounter. But as we see, at the heart of every Sreenidi Deccan attack is the Afghani Aizawl, as that ball rolls out for another goal kick, and Nora Fernandez is asking his players to hook forward as he looks to play it long and get the pressure off Aizawl FC. So far it has been a stalemate as we go towards the 25-minute mark. The long ball comes in, another header won by Abhishek Ambekar. In the midfield now, Kima. Aizawl FC taking possession. This is Amavia. Amavia will take that on, but probably the wrong decision, as he had done Mavia on the overlap from the left-hand side, and that is something that these youngsters will learn from this experience, as it's so important. Decision making, as all the coaches say, is so important at the highest level. But this is some good intricate play from Aizawl FC, trying to break the deadlock, but the final ball once again not really coming to fruit. And Dan Mavia with the long range effort, which was not a bad one, but not good enough to trouble the likes of Ubaid. Aizawl FC showing promise here as Sreenidi Deccan string a few passes together again.
Yes, of course, and at the moment, at least in the last 4 or 5 minutes, Aizawl FC are controlling the midfield, and they're doing pretty well in putting up a few passes together. Look at that once again. They're chasing, they're pressing. Tarpuya finds Mofela from the right. Tarpuya is waiting for the ball. He gets it eventually. Will he cross? There's some more support, but taking too much time there. Tarpuya, the man who did not feature in the first 11 in the last match. Mafela. Tarpuya now. Will he cross? He's in a good position. He passes it back though. And now the back pass. Munez. Then Mawaya loses out. This is Rosenberg. Oh, that could have been a good opportunity. Just a bit of misunderstanding there, miscommunication between Rosenberg, Gabriel and David Castaneda Munoz. Just against the run of play, Sreenidi Deccan could have easily scored the first goal of the match.
Yeah, a little too long over there. Dan Mavia on the ball. Rosenberg doing fantastically well to steal the ball from him and going on a daunting run. And then just not on the same page on that occasion. Munoz with a diagonal run down the right. Rosenberg decided to play it diagonally to the left, and straight in his path was the Brazilian Gustavo, who has so far kept the Colombian in check, which has set us up for a South American battle of the Brazil. But this is a fantastic ball to Tarpuya with the effort! My word, what an absolutely gorgeous finish down there from the right from Tarpuya. We'll have to see that was also a brilliantly threaded ball through to Tarpuya as well. We just have to wait and watch who gave that ball, but what an exquisite finish that is.
Lovely build up from the right, and what a nice finish. Perfect placement. Tarpuya finds the back of the net. And this is a celebration that we have seen. That was a lovely placement. And he placed the ball to the right of Ubaid. Ubaid having no answer to that. So after some pressing football, Aizawl FC get the much awaited reward. They get the first goal of the match. At the moment, Aizawl FC are up against a formidable opponent in the form of Sreenidi Deccan. And this is the first time in the last 2 years of I-League that Aizawl FC have got into the lead or have scored against Sreenidi for the first time. They did score 3 goals against Sreenidi Deccan in the Deccan Arena last season. Once again, Tarpuya gets the ball. He can't keep the ball in play, but he will win a throw-in there. And on both occasions last year, Aizawl FC did the catching up because Sreenidi Deccan scored early goals. But this time, it's the other way around. The first goal comes from Tarpuya of Aizawl. Once again, another attack, but the assistant referee's flag has gone up. So, offside. But Aizawl won't mind that because they are pushing more and more people up front. And they are attacking.
It has been such joy to watch this Aizawl FC team come together. They're defending in numbers so far. They have not let David Castaneda, Munoz or Hassan put a toot into their attack, but this was that goal from Tarpuya. Just look at that finish. There is absolutely no chance for Rubaid or any goalkeeper in the world to save that. Such was the precision and power behind that, as there's another corner whipped in, and this is not the first one, that's the 5th time that Roma Villa has whipped that ball in and has been met by an Aizawl head, as Sreenidi Deccan look to get this equalizer back as soon as they can, as this ball comes in from the defender of Sreenidi Deccan. Once again, fantastic stuff by Nora Fernandez, but we can't say that we didn't expect this from Aizawl. We saw signs of that, and they have taken the advantage because Sreenidi Deccan so far haven't had many answers to that intricate passing, those little 1-2s in the attacking third, and finally it bore fruit with Tarpuya absolutely bundling it home.
Absolutely. But Aizawl players need to be cautious because there are players of the likes of David Castaneda, Munoz, Faisal, Rosenberg, Rilwan. They can anytime break the defense and score the equalizer. So they need to balance between attack and defense, but they need to also keep on attacking because attack is the best way of defending.
Absolutely, they can't go into their shell here, and I don't think these youngsters know much about just getting into the shell, because these such exuberance in these young lads over here, it's already on display. Look at that fight from them.
Absolutely.
They're just showing so much more desire right now from these Sreenidi Deccan players.
Sreenidi started with a bang this particular match, but then Aizawl FC did weather the storm effectively, and finally they came back in the match, controlled the midfield, and found a number of passes among themselves, and finally scored that all-important goal. At the moment, it's Aizawl 1, Sreenidi Deccan 0. And remember, this is played in the backyard of Sreenidi Deccan at the Deccan Arena. As Gustavo de Silva, who is manning the central defense, is with the free kick, and he passes it back. There will be a few back passes, maybe a few square passes as well, a few possession play as Aizawl are ahead, but definitely, as Shatadru was saying, they should not go into a shell. A lot of time left, and we have seen so many late goals in I-League, both last year and this year as well, as Rosenberg Gabriel initiates an attack, cuts in. Faisal delivers once again. Lack of understanding. Real one apologizing, as Faisal thought he would be waiting for that pass, but Real one just with a diagonal run went inside the penalty box. So no harm done to Aizawl FC as Nora Fernandez gets ready, takes his time to take the goal kick, as Aizawl FC are up. And 32 minutes have gone, so if Aizawl can get into half-time with this score, then they will be pretty happy.
Oh, absolutely. And in the words of the assistant coach, as we saw earlier on, Malsam Zuala, he said that we're prepared for this battle and I have made them ready according to my plan. Maybe the coaching staff hasn't gone Aizawl's way, but here they are, everything going their way so far, because Aizawl are certainly pumping it up here at the Deccan Arena, the home of Sreenidi Deccan. Like you had mentioned earlier as well, Sreenidi Deccan starting off brilliantly, but Aizawl FC soaked in the early pressure, and they have done an absolutely fantabulous job so far. And if they can get the scalp here of Sreenidi Deccan, this match has staged itself brilliantly so far. If they can get into that half-time with this lead, we're in for an absolutely enthralling second half, because we certainly will see Sreenidi Deccan come out all guns blazing, but at the same time that would leave a lot of space for these young, pacey, skillful youngsters to work with behind the Sreenidi Deccan defense as well.
Yes, and as the Aizawl FC players are attacking, the pressing, we are not seeing those overlaps from the side backs of Sreenidi Deccan. And they were using the wings so effectively in the first few minutes, but then they are forced to remain back defending, or rather busy defending, or forced to defend by Aizawl players. Throw in from Aizawl, but the ball goes out of play, so now throw in for the other team. David Castaneda with the delicate touch. Finds no Sreenidi player though. And the ball comes back to the Sreenidi half.
It's such joy to watch this contrasting styles here, as Aizawl FC once again steal the ball. It's Amavia trying to switch wings. Doesn't quite happen this time, but like I was saying, it's so interesting to see this, because just have a look, whenever Sreenidi Deccan have the ball at their feet, there's elegance about them. They're moving. It seems like they have a lot of time on their hands. They're playing those nice little square passes as this ball comes in, cleared up by Gustavo, the Brazilian once again. They're trying to get up, string those passes in. But on the other hand, Aizawl FC at every single opportunity like that is a foul given against him by Amavia on Rosenberg. But analyzing this contrasting styles like I was mentioning, Aizawl FC so far have been the more youthful, exuberant, absolutely exciting talent that has been on display. This has been an absolutely fantastic display so far from Aizawl FC. But this is a free kick from Sreenidi Deccan, and Aizawl is going to take it. Aizawl whips it in! What an opportunity that is once again for Sreenidi Deccan, as the left foot magic of Aizawl was on display, and just avoiding the head of a Sreenidi Deccan player could have been the equalizer. But Nora Fernandez will be a relieved man on that occasion.
Yes, of course, and he will be at the moment playing for half time, because hardly 10 minutes are left before the breather. There will be a few minutes added by the fourth official though, and Sreenidi will be desperate to get that equalizer before the breather. Once again, David Castaneda just not getting the ball. He needs to get the ball and then create opportunities. He's getting a bit frustrated at times. David Castaneda, Rilwan Hassan, Rosenberg, Gabriel, all are capable of scoring, all are capable of creating opportunities as well. There's a long ball, comes in, and I wonder whether he missed it or left it for the goalkeeper. That was Eli Sabia, the Brazilian, who has done pretty well so far. Once again, delicate touch. This is Mofela. He's taking a lot of workload. And now Mawaya, will he get a ball? Ball goes out of place for a throw-in. Rinzuala.
Aizawl
This
in
is-
no hurry to take that throw in with Dan Mavia. But interesting that you mentioned that a little earlier, that Castaneda Munoz is getting a little frustrated, and that they have goals in Rosenberg and Hassan. But so far the Brazilian winning that battle, because I don't think the Colombian is getting as much support that he wants from his fellow attackers in the form of Hassan and Rosenberg.
Yes, of course, and they also need some more supply from Aizawl and Mayakanan. We haven't seen much after the initial few minutes of Aizawl. Mayakanan, however, has also an additional duty to do some defending, because he also plays at times as defensive midfielder. But he also has the capability of taking a lot of workload. So Sreenidi players need to play 100% to get into the match. At the moment, they are trailing by a solitary goal, but then solitary goal means the thinnest margin as Aizawl now. Once again, can't find any of his teammates. Mayakanan finds Pawan Kumar. Both Pawan and Elisabia are very tall. 6'2", 6'1". Aizawl. Good pressing football from Aizawl FC. Remember, Sreenidi Deccan are playing at home, and they have won both the matches playing at home. As Jagdeep finds Rosenberg from the right. Can he get past the defender? He finds Jagdeep. Back to Rosenberg. Will he cross? Yes, he does. But once again, David Castaneda Munoz is coming second best when it comes to the tussle with the defenders, the central defenders of Aizawl FC, particularly Gustava, has done pretty well to keep Munoz at bay so far.
Absolutely, and we mentioned this earlier on as well, because at the 40th minute mark, so far, Aizawl has certainly looked a shadow of himself so far in the first two matches with 2 assists. And that is, Aizawl has been one of the reasons why you see 8 goals for Sreenidi Deccan. in this year's I-League so far, as Amavia once again comes away and tries to put in Rinzwala through, but Pawan Kumar does a stupendous job of reading that and getting Sreenidi Deccan on the ball once again. And the man on this ball right now has to turn up a little more than what he has so far to make Carlos Vaz Pinto go in with less than a little bit of a frown into that halftime break, because the Portuguese won't be happy with what he's seeing from his team so far in the opening 42 minutes with 3 minutes to go in regulation time. Sreenidi Deccan are a little bit of a shell shock moment here right now for them, because they don't seem to be creating much here with David Castaneda Munoz. That could change at any moment, and was that the moment? There are shouts of a penalty, but the referee was in hand, and he's an experienced customer, isn't he? Mrityunjay Amatya was right on hand, as there has been no complaints after that from David Castaneda Munoz. He saw what happened. Hassan still complaining, but Munoz, I think he knows that that was a very, very clean tackle there from Aizawl FC.
Yeah, it's like the bowler appealing, not the wicket-keeper in cricket. Well, as the Cricket World Cup is on, maybe some cricketing metaphor will come into our commentary as well. But definitely football is a very popular game in India. Not only in some states like Bengal, Punjab or Kerala, Goa, but football at the moment has been decentralized significantly, and particularly in the last 2 decades, the northeastern states have come up, and there are so many players from the northeastern states like Manipur and Mizoram who are playing for different clubs, and at the moment on the pitch there are a few players from Mizoram and Manipur. Meanwhile, Rilwan getting through, but no, that was a good timely tackle. So the Aizawl defenders are doing pretty well, as Lal Romaya with that cross. That was Rilwan. Spectacular shot, but straight to the keeper. It's a good opportunity going a-begging. Or was it an offside?
Oh yes, the assistant's flag went up right then, but there's some potent now, there's some intent shown here by Sreenidi Deccan. And as soon as you saw Hassan adding into that box with David Castaneda Munoz, there's one extra target man that we were talking about, and the pressure of the Colombian, because he drew off Gustavo on that occasion, and suddenly Hassan had space for himself even though he was ruled offside. That was an acrobatic good effort straight into the hands of Nora Fernandez. Wouldn't have counted, but some intent shown here with a beautiful little turn by Rosenberg, but he was never going to beat Danmavia for pace on that left hand side, as he does so well. And Danmavia, as have these Aizawl players, they look on and they are absolutely doing wonders to the tactics of their assistant coach Malsamwa Zuala. So far, the assistant coach of Aizawl FC, now the head coach of Aizawl FC, tactically outdoing the Portuguese.
Yes, absolutely, and it's always difficult when the coach is changed, or the coach resigns or leaves. It's difficult for the players to adjust to the strategy of another coach, but Aizawl FC are doing pretty well with their new coach, assistant coach, acting as the head coach at the moment, as Faisal finds Rilwan. Once again, good clearance, but not comprehensive. Finally, it has been cleared out as Abhishek Ambeka. Sahil is in. So the referee talking to him. He can't take any risk if a player is in. We're talking about football in different parts of the country. Well, added time is 3 minutes. So 3 more minutes for Sreenidi Deccan. As Sreenidi once again with another attack. Again the ball not reaching Castaneda Munoz. Aizawl with another shot, but straight to the keeper.
Once again, a beautifully floated in cross, but as we saw in the past, final ball from Aizawl is certainly not having the impact that the Sreenidi players would have liked, as the from Nora Fernandez looking for Amavia goes out for another throw-in. Sreenidi Deccan look to string together one more attack before we go into the lemon break, with Pawan coming forward, slowing things down, with Aizawl trying to thread passes through. His magic boots are certainly not on today. Ali Sabia mopping up the spoils, and here is again so many back passes and square passes for the Sreenidi Deccan side as Ali Sabia comes forward and the clearance comes in from Munez. Another throw in from Deccan. Can they hold on to this golden opportunity of the lead that has been given to them by Tharpuya? Only time will tell, as Pawan twists and turns looking for options. There is no option. They have been forced back to the goalkeeper, as they have so often been in this entirety of this first half.
Absolutely, and the Aizawl players are always pressing, chasing the ball. Well, look how closely guarded is David Castaneda Munoz, but this time he goes for the hill. This is Rosenberg. Relvan, will it take a shot? No, as many as 3 defenders closing in and denying the Sreenidi from taking a shot on target. Meanwhile, Aizawl finds Jagdeep. He has space in front. That's a tackle, not is a referee. So, Mawai done. Why you are? Look at that was a foul and a free kick. Can Sreenidi take advantage of
Will the such
let's see, and they're 1-4. Just a 6 young box. Everything's ready with this in swinger, and he goes past the small human wall, but nothing's coming from this. And finally, the whistle for half-time. So the first half belongs to Aizawl FC. The scoreboard flaunts Aizawl FC 1, Sreenidi Deccan 0.
Oh, what a fascinating half of football it has been on the grounds of the Sreenidi Deccan players. Aizawl FC have absolutely answered this challenge with a lot of flair, and as you can see, Brazilian defender Gustavo telling to come and keep their heads only half go into the break. The have fantastic job. Sreenidi Deccan wondering what went wrong, scoring 8 goals in their first 2 matches. Certainly looking down the barrel as we head into the tunnel, with Aizawl FC taking the lead with 72% possession for Sreenidi Deccan, and that's not been a surprise, as Aizawl FC have countered this possession play from Sreenidi Deccan with some fantastic display of counter-attacking football, and 4 shots taken by FC to 5 Deccan.
And the other shots some from inside the penalty box. David Castaneda taking one, and that was quite disappointing for Sreenidi Deccan. So these are the shots, and Aizawl with one shot as well. So not what the Sreenidi expected. And these are the shots taken by the Aizawl players. And look at the position of the shots taken from, mostly from outside the penalty box. And that was the last one, the red spot, the shot, Tarpuya, that found the back of the net. So these are the fouls, 5 fouls from the Sreenidi players. Not much the match played in the right spirit. And only once did the ref flaunt the yellow card. That was in the dying minutes of the first half. 4 fouls from Aizawl FC. There was, in fact, an appeal, a half-hearted appeal for a penalty by Rilwan that was turned down. So that's how the half stands with Aizawl FC at the moment by a solitary goal. And here are the highlights of the first 45 minutes.
And it has been a display to be proud of in this first half. Can they keep the momentum going here, Aizawl FC, as we see the youthful example of Rinzuala on that occasion, though they've not been afraid to take these Sreenidi Deccan players on. And there was that first goal from Tarpuya, wrestling in goal, Ubaid with no chance whatsoever. What a beautiful piece of play. Sahil has been instrumental in holding the whole team together so far, and one of the main reasons, apart from Sahil, has been the Brazilian Gustavo, the centre back, who has kept the Colombian in check. And there was that opportunity at the cusp of half-time with Danmovia getting a yellow card thanks to this lunging tackle into Jagdeep, and Aizawl had the chance to put the ball through, but beautifully defended once again by Gustavo before the ball could rest in a move. As we go into the halftime break, Aizawl FC are leading the table toppers Sreenidi Deccan FC 1 goal to By the reaction of the Aizawl players, it seemed the flag had stayed down. You'll see this once again. The ball is a fantastic one, and the flag doesn't go up. It did look offside to the naked eye. Nonetheless, Aizawl will absolutely be so lucky to have escaped that header of David Castaneda Munoz, not nestling into the bottom corner.
Of course, and as many as two players helping David Castaneda Munoz at the moment are helping Munoz to get free at times. This time he was free, although as Shatadru was saying that it could have been an offside. It looked to be an offside, and the Aizawl players also thought that way as Mayakanan comes in, and that's a foul. A free kick goes the other way, and Mayakanan has been booked. So nothing going Sreenidi's way so far. The second foul committed by Mayakanan, and this time it was bad enough for the referee to call it dangerous, and he has booked him as well. Look at that. That was Sissoko. This is Mayakanan, and attacking from behind. A yellow card for Mayakanan, and the Aizawl FC player will take his time. Naturally enough, only 13 minutes to go. But the fourth official will definitely keep a watch on this, and he will add the lost minutes at the end of 90 minutes. But then David Castaneda Munoz did get an opportunity, but could not make the most of it. Two players helping David Castaneda Munoz up front. Ibrahim Sissoko is one, and William has come in as well in place of Faisal. So three changes, and the changes seem to be helping the coach's strategy, but just not good enough to get a goal and get the equalizer. So Sreenidi Deccan are doing everything, but they're not able to score a goal.
Oh, absolutely. The Portuguese has thrown in everything at this point in time. There's nothing left in his armor. No X factor, nothing. This is it for Sreenidi Deccan. At the moment, he has thrown all his attacking power towards this Aizawl FC defense, who have absolutely held their own against recent I-League legends in the form of Sreenidi Deccan FC, the most consistent team, and that has been after a certain Gokulam Kerala in the I-League. Sreenidi Deccan finishing third and second in the last two seasons. Frustration of the Sreenidi Deccan is the man who goes out, and to Luanga comes in to replace him on that right wing position. And the stretcher comes out, and that gives us signs for a change right now for the Aizawl coach. And it is a very important player in the form of Sheikh Sahil, who held this team together so far for Aizawl FC.
Absolutely not good news for Aizawl FC. They need to play out another 10 minutes plus a few more added minutes. Well, you were talking about the consistency of Sreenidi Deccan. Well, let me share with our viewers the points that they had amassed in the last season of I-League. They played 22 matches, won 13 of them, drew 3, lost only 6, and had 42 points to their credit. But that was not enough to become the champions. And they lost at a very crucial juncture towards the end, and they lost to Mohammedan Sporting. At that time, Mohammedan Sporting were ranked 10, and Sreenidi Deccan were leading the points table, and they not only lost, but they also conceded 6 goals. They scored 4 all right, but they did concede 6. and immediately after that they drew with this opponent Aizawl FC.
For sure, Sreenidi, the Deccan have been a team that have been doing well. IFA Shield runners as well back in 2021, losing out a very, very close battle to Real Kashmir Football Club. So they have been there, and their youth system is second to none. Their affiliated club is one of the topmost in Portugal, and that is why the Portuguese connection that we see on the pitch today, on the bench rather, Carlos Manuel Vaz Pinto. Their affiliated club is SL Benfica. So the youth system is, like I said, second to none, and a lot of these young players have come through the ranks of the youth system of Sreenidi Deccan FC, and it just shows that Indian football is certainly making its way forward with these clubs taking such a good interest in grassroots football development.
Absolutely, and that's what is important in Indian football. All the big teams, the major teams, are having youth teams as well. Meanwhile, David Castaneda Munoz just not able to get the ball to the back of the net, but he will win a corner with that effort. And the corner will be quickly taken. Now can Sreenidi change the scoreboard from here? In comes the corner. Castaneda Munoz, and there was another attempted header from the central defender. But once again, that opportunity also went to begging. And there will be another change. So these are strategic changes, so to say, from Aizawl FC. Stretch it off the ground. Meanwhile, another attack. Once again, it has been dealt with quite effectively. And number 1888 has come in. That is Rominga. So a lot of changes effected by the Aizawl coach. At the moment, the Sreenidi Deccan players will try to change the scoreline. At least 1 point is important for the Sreenidi team. They have started this match as overwhelming favourites, but at the moment they are trailing by that 26-minute goal scored by Tarpuya. What a goal that was. A lovely build-up from the right. Tarpuya getting inside the penalty box and placing it to perfection to the right of goalkeeper Ubaid. Bhakti. Back to Bhakti. Will he take a shot from distance? He passes it back, and in comes the cross. But then Sissoko can't get in, and once again it has been cleared out. Eli Sabia. Jagdeep. Bhakti once again. He has made a mark in the match from the very moment he came as a substitute. And in comes the cross, and that in fact has been cleared away for a corner.
Once again, did you see the celebration of Gustavo, the Brazilian, as he got his head to it? It was almost as if he scored the second goal for Aizawl FC.
Absolutely, absolutely. For a second, one would have thought that he has scored a goal. But he has conceded a corner in the process though. And Tiluanga will be taking the corner. The substitute, he will be swinging it in. And there are a number of Sreenidi players Very important time of the match. It's the 86th minute. Maybe 5 or 6 or 7 minutes will be added. So Sreenidi still have around 10 minutes, I reckon. And in comes the corner. The keeper is out of his position. Once again, the Sreenidi players missing the target and missing another opportunity.
Another beautifully swung in cross there, like you said, by the substitute Luanga. He does get his head to it, Sissoko, but once again can't keep it on target. But Nora Fernandez was in no man's land on that occasion, and the keeper will be a relieved man to see that ball not hit the target from Sissoko, the Ivory Coast player, as Sreenidi Deccan push for that equalizer, but they have to get past this wall called Gustavo. What an absolutely astounding performance it has been from the Brazilian. Passion, grit on display, and this is why we play football. Heart on your sleeve. Gustavo, take a bow. So far, my man of the match has been Gustavo, but the cross comes in once again. But the Aizawl defenders have been an absolute revelation today, once again getting their head to that beautiful cross. But Sreenidi Deccan keep coming, pinning these Aizawl players at the back. They're throwing everything at Aizawl at the moment. 3 minutes of regulation time to go. What have we got on our cards here? This is the Brazilian William, Maya, Biakti. No way through past this Aizawl defense. There is a sea of white waiting to meet these attacking through balls of Sreenidi Deccan FC. As another cross comes in, this time from Luanga, another header from Aizawl FC. Sreenidi Deccan keep coming. Persistence, beautiful bit of skill from William. Goes out for a corner, does it? Waiting for the assistant referee on the sideline, and he's given it as a goal kick to the relief and happiness of the Aizawl players.
So once again, Sreenidi Deccan players doing everything except scoring that equalizer. They know how important this match is for them, because this is a home match. They're playing only the third match, and they have done so well in the first 2 matches. Won both the matches handsomely. Won by a margin of 4 goals, another 3 goals. And on both occasions, 4 goals are pumped in. Meanwhile, David Castaneda Munoz. Once again, he gets the ball back. A back heel to Biakti. When it crossed, another attempt. What a good defense there. Tremendous defending. The Aizawl FC players putting their bodies behind the ball. Just not able to get through this man. David Castaneda Munoz. Look at that. Back heel. Lovely cross. Equally well saved by the keeper. And then another attempt goes a-begging. David Castaneda Munoz seems to be a frustrated man.
At this point in time, they're throwing the kitchen sink, as you call it in English, against this Aizawl FC defense, and they still can't get past, with 9 minutes of additional time shown by the 4th official. Considerable amount of time left for Sreenidi Deccan to get this equalizer, but at this point in time, the heart with which Aizawl FC are playing with, it looks difficult for these Sreenidi Deccan players to get past them. It's been such a team effort. Once they get past the defense, there is Nora Fernandez on the rebound. Like you mentioned, they are throwing their bodies, they're putting their bodies on the line here. They're doing everything to keep this as the first defeat for Sreenidi Deccan in the campaign. What an effort that is! Oh my word! Would you believe it? It is that kind of a goal from Rominga that he has had to his t-shirts in celebration. Would you believe your eyes what you've seen here at the Deccan Arena? The substitute from Aizawl, the assistant coach of Aizawl FC, has answered, and the referee will give a consolation yellow card, and I don't think he'll care. This is already, I can bet your life into it, is the goal of the season in this year's I-League, and I say this in the third round of the I-League this season. I am absolutely speechless here.
Absolutely amazing. He saw Ubaid was out of his position as Ubaid's team was trailing, and we're in the dying minutes of the match. So out of excitement, he was standing at the edge of the penalty box, and it was seen by this man, and what a lovely shot. Amazing placement, and finally the Sreenidi keeper was made to look quite silly as he was not in his position. And what an opportunity being taken by the Aizawl player. So Aizawl at the moment are 2 goals up. So did Aizawl already seal the match? Well, just an anecdote, Shota Drew. The fourth official has given 9 minutes extra. The last time they played at the Deccan Arena, more than 11 minutes of added time was provided by the referee. And on the 93rd minute, Songpu Singsit scored 1 goal for Sreenidi Deccan. And on the 101st minute, that is the 11th minute of added time, Emmanuel Makinda scored the equalizer. So 2 goals were scored in added time, and finally the score was 3-all. So you can't say everything is over. You never know.
So you're telling me this game has more to offer? Let me sit up on my seat right now, because I almost sank in after that goal as this cross comes in, and your prediction would almost come true, as if David Castaneda Munoz would have his scoring boots on today, or his scoring head on today, as this header nestles on the top of the net.
No. David Castaneda can't do that. He has to take advantage of those opportunities. It should have been, or at least, hit the target. In fact, that was a lazy-looking header. David Castaneda Munoz can do much better than that. Had he scored, the match would have been back to life, as you say so, as Biakti loses out. At the moment, Aizawl players have got some more energy, and Sreenidi Deccan once again in the form of Sissoko. Luanga to the right. Will a cross come in? Yes, disappointing. If Sreenidi Deccan players can take advantage, well, who knows? You can have a match still, but it seems that it's all over for Sreenidi Deccan, because even the opportunities that are coming their way are not being taken properly.
Is that a yellow card? Or a second yellow card that is going to be brandished here by the referee, as the Aizawl players are begging the referee not to do that. I think we're going to see a player sent off at the moment. And tempers are flaring. They just have to keep calm here. Aizawl FC have done the hard work. They don't want to let this be undone here. There's been 2 moments of magic from them. Sreenidi Deccan haven't been gifted a single opportunity so far in this match. But if they get a red card here, with about 4 minutes left of injury time, This could still be an opportunity for Sreenidi Deccan to conjure some kind of magic in their armor. And there is the red card. Almost like a tragic hero. I think it's Rominga who gets the red card. But I don't think it would matter much right now, because he got that first yellow card for celebrating that absolutely magnificent goal that he scored just minutes back. And then a second yellow card for that lunging tackle on a Sreenidi Deccan player, which has led to this free kick and has led to this red card for Rominga, the goal scorer of that astonishing goal minutes back. And it is going to be an opportunity for Ashraf to swing this ball in for Sreenidi Deccan. Can they put a dagger into the hearts of Aizawl FC and make a match out of it? As this ball comes in, the ball is still in play! It is a goal! Would you believe it? Would you believe it? I will take you back to what my co-commentator had said minutes back, and I will send the mic over to him.
Pawan Kumar. Well, perhaps listen to me. I was hopeful about Sreenidi Deccan. And, well, so we have a match, do we? 2 minutes left till. Maybe another couple of minutes will be added by the on-field referee. Coming back to that red card, don't think it's very uncommon, because the last time they played in this ground, a red card was shown to the Aizawl goalkeeper on the 94th minute. And by that time, 5 changes were effected, so another goalkeeper could not come. So a defender had to wear the goalkeeper's jersey. Meanwhile, another good-looking forward pass, but has been dealt with properly. The referee has stopped the match as Tharpuya is on the ground, so he has to be taken care of. And that was not the only time that a red card was flaunted. In fact, when Sreenidi Deccan went to Aizawl to play Aizawl FC at the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium, Lalbon Sangha of Aizawl was shown another red card. That was in the 74th minute. So this is the third time an Aizawl player is shown a red card in as many matches against Sreenidi Deccan.
Very, very interesting facts there from you, but at the moment, these don't look like good signs for Aizawl FC, just when it was looking all rainbows and sunshine for them, because just when Rominga gets a red card, Sreenidi Deccan pulls one goal back. This looks like a very, very serious injury to their goal scorer, Tharpuya. We've been seeing around the world that players have been going down with ACL injuries. I hope I'm not right, but it does look like one of those injuries which can keep a player out for long, and it's never a good sight to see a player of this caliber go out on a stretcher.
So all of a sudden, in the last few minutes, things have changed dramatically and everything is going against us, Aizawl FC. Can Sreenidi Deccan take advantage of this situation? From the right, Sissoko. Will he cross? In comes the cross of week 1. In fact, that will be a corner. The ball goes out of play. Sissoko. With a corner. And David Castaneda. Munoz can't give his balance. Another shot from distance from Mayakanan. Not on target. Look at David Castaneda. He wants to get the ball. He wants it desperately. We are in the 11th minute of the match. So maybe another minute or a couple of minutes left. Can Sreenidi get that second goal and the equalizer and that 1 point from this match?
You had mentioned a certain something had happened the last time these two teams had met in the 11th minute of extra time.
Yeah.
30 seconds still left of that.
And in that match, it was Aizawl FC who scored the equalizer in the 11th minute. Can it be the other way around here? And in that match, David Castaneda scored a brace. David Castaneda also scored a brace in the first match this season. But he's still to find the back of the net today. Can he do that in the dying minute? At the moment, Sreenidi, Deccan are defending.
Would you believe
David
it?
Castaneda Munoz now. Good defending. Or is it? No. The referee says the tackle was not good. And David Castaneda wants a card to be shown. And yes, a card comes out.
Of course, he wants a card because he's kept him in his pocket so far. But I'll just take you back a little away from this free kick. If you did notice, I couldn't believe what I was seeing my eyes because Tharpuya was back on the field. He can barely walk. And he's back on the field because his team would have been down to 9 men. Otherwise, right now, he's doing everything in their power. Just look at him. He cannot walk, but he's on the field. That shows heart. That is what this Aizawl FC has shown so far in this game. And Sreenidi Deccan are trying to break hearts here of this performance. Take away everything from this performance. As this free kick comes in, it's a chance. And the final whistle goes from the referee as the Aizawl players sink to the ground. What a sight to behold here at the Deccan Arena. They have given absolutely everything in their power. No coach before this game. They were down to 10 men. At the end, right at the end of this game, Tharpuya injured, goes off the field, comes in, is almost limping. They have defeated the table toppers, Sreenidi Deccan Football Club, 2-1. Outstanding effort from the People's Club.
Absolutely. And they deserve to win. Look at the possession. 81 in favour of Sreenidi Deccan. Miles ahead of Aizawl. Shot 17-6. Shots on target 3. And Aizawl are ahead on discount 5. Fouls 9, 11. Yellow cards 2, 4 for Aizawl and 1 red card as well. Corners 8. And not a single for Aizawl FC. So these stats are going in favour of Sreenidi Deccan, but all that matters is the goal scored, and as many as 2 goals were scored by Aizawl, 1 by Sreenidi Deccan. These are the shots. 5 taken by David Castaneda. Tuluanga took 2, Biakte 2, Dral 2. So finally this team will go out unhappy, losing to Aizawl FC.
6 shots taken by Aizawl FC. Amawia with 2. One of the most important, outstanding goals that you'll ever see from Rominga with that shot. Amawia with another one as the Sreenidi Deccan players go off the field much in disappointment, leaving much to desire from their supporters as 9 fouls have been conceded by Sreenidi Deccan. 2 from Maya, Dral, Castaneda, Munoz, Eli Sabia, Hassan Sissoko and Roma Villa with 1 each.
And Aizawl FC have come up with 11 fouls, and there were a few yellows and 2 yellows shown to Rominga, and he was finally sent off because of the 2 yellows. Amawaya committing 3 fouls, Sahil 3, and the others 1 each. But finally, the score is in their favour. Aizawl FC winning this match, and they deserve to win because they played so well. And this was the first goal that put Aizawl ahead on the 26th minute of the match. A very good build-up and a terrific finish.
There were a lot of those crosses from Aizawl, which was not met by a Sreenidi Deccan player. And the final third has been what has been missing from the Sreenidi Deccan team. But Biakti came on and showed his array of skills as he put that ball through for Sissoko, but couldn't take it in his stride as Nora Fernandez came out. And this was another chance for Sissoko. Does ever so well to take it in his stride on his left, but hits it straight at Nora Fernandez, who makes another formidable save as Sissoko puts in a beautiful cross. We all thought, the entire crowd thought that this was an offside for David Castaneda Munoz, but he was in an onside position but couldn't take advantage of it as the ball went agonizingly wide. But this was that moment of absolute magnificence from Rominga. Brilliant awareness shown by the player as he caught Obed off his line and nestled the ball into the back of the net from his own half. And that would be a 2-goal lead for Aizawl FC, and it would go downhill from there on for Aizawl FC. But Sreenidi Deccan would try to come back into this match and add drama as they scored that goal. Pawan Kumar, as it so ever happens in a Sreenidi Deccan and Aizawl clash, a dramatic ending towards the end of the game, which would lead us to this scoreline. The Portuguese coach Carlos Manuel Vaz Pinto loses out to his compatriot from Aizawl FC, as Aizawl FC have upset the odds and put it across Sreenidi Deccan FC 2-1, and it has been an absolute pleasure calling this game with you, Mr. Niladri. This is me, Shatadru Dutt, signing off for now, but please don't go anywhere. We have one more match coming up in the form of Mohammedan Sporting and Trau FC.
So till then, from all of us here, goodbye.